You have the power to achieve anything you want, do anything you set your mind to, and become anyone you wish to be. You can have whatever you decide to pursue. It doesn't matter how big your dreams are. What kind of house do you dream of living in? Do you aspire to be a millionaire? What type of business do you want to build? Are you seeking more success? The real question is, what do you truly desire? In the past, those who discovered the secret wanted to keep its power to themselves. They didn't want to share it with others, so they kept people in the dark. People would work, do their jobs, and live their lives without realizing the power they could have had, all because the secret was hidden away by a few. But throughout history, while some tried to keep this sacred knowledge to themselves, others found ways to spread it to the world, sharing its power with everyone. We all operate under one limitless power. Every single person is guided by the same set of laws. These natural laws of the universe are so precise that we don't have any trouble building rockets, sending people to the moon, and even timing their landing down to a fraction of a second. Whether you're in India, Australia, New Zealand, Stockholm, London, Toronto, Montreal or New York, everyone is using this one power, this one law. And that law is attraction. The secret is the law of attraction. Everything that comes into your life is something you have attracted to yourself. It's drawn to you by the thoughts and images you keep in your mind. It's all about what you're thinking. You see, whatever is happening in your mind is what you're attracting into your life. Every thought you have is real, and it carries its own energy. The greatest teachers throughout history have taught us that the law of attraction is the most powerful force in the universe. This idea has been shared in many different ways. Poets like William Shakespeare, Robert Browning, and William Blake conveyed it through their poetry. Musicians such as Ludwig van Beethoven brought it to life through their music. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci expressed it in their paintings. Some of the greatest thinkers, including Socrates, Plato, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Pythagoras, Sir Francis Bacon, Sir Isaac Newton, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, and Victor Hugo, incorporated it into their teachings. These figures are remembered as legends, and their influence has endured for centuries. Religions such as Hinduism, Hermetic traditions, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, along with ancient civilizations like the Babylonians and Egyptians, passed down this knowledge through their writings and stories that have survived through the ages. In every form, the law of attraction can be found in ancient texts. Even as far back as 3000 BC, it was etched in stone. Although some people tried to keep this knowledge to themselves, it has always been available for anyone to discover. The law of attraction has existed since the beginning of time. It has always been there, shaping everything in the universe, every moment of your life, and everything you experience. No matter who you are or where you are, the law of attraction is shaping your entire life experience, and it does so through your thoughts. You are the one who activates the law of attraction, and you do it with your thoughts. In 1912, Charles Harnell described the law of attraction as the greatest and most reliable law upon which the entire creation depends. Wise people have always known this. If you look back at the ancient Babylonians, they understood it well. They were a small, select group of people, but their knowledge of the universe's laws led to great prosperity. The Babylonians are well documented by scholars for their incredible wealth and for creating one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. By understanding and applying these universal laws, they became one of the richest civilizations in history. Why do you think only 1% of the population earns about 96% of all the money? Do you think that's just a coincidence? It's not an accident, it's intentional. These people understand something, they know the secret. And now you're being introduced to this secret. People who attract wealth into their lives use the secret, whether they realize it or not. They constantly think about abundance and wealth, and they don't let any thoughts of lack or scarcity take hold in their minds. Their main focus is on wealth. That's all they know, and nothing else takes up space in their thoughts. Whether they're aware of it or not, Their dominant thoughts of wealth are what bring wealth to them. This is the law of attraction in action. A clear example of the secret and the law of attraction is when you see people who have gained massive wealth, lost it all, and then quickly regained it. What happens in these situations is that their dominant thoughts are centered on wealth, which is how they attracted it in the first place. But then, they let thoughts of fear and loss creep in, and those thoughts became dominant. They shifted from focusing on wealth to focusing on loss, and as a result, they lost everything. However, once they lost it, their fear of losing was gone, and they began focusing on wealth again, and just like that, wealth returned to them. The law of attraction responds to your thoughts, no matter what those thoughts are. The easiest way for me to understand the law of attraction is to think of yourself as a magnet. Just like a magnet draws things to it, you have a powerful magnetic force within you. In fact, you are the most powerful magnet in the entire universe. This magnetic power inside of you is stronger than anything else in the world, and this incredible power is released through your thoughts. The law of attraction works by drawing similar thoughts together. When you think a certain thought, you're also attracting other similar thoughts to you. Think about the times in your life when you might have noticed this law in action. Have you ever started worrying about something that bothered you, and the more you thought about it, the worse it seemed? That's because when you focus on a negative thought, the law of attraction immediately pulls more negative thoughts to you. In just a few minutes, you end up with so many negative thoughts that the problem feels much bigger. The more you think about it, the more upset you become. You may have noticed this happening with a song that gets stuck in your head. You listen to a song, and then you find that you can't stop thinking about it. The song keeps replaying in your mind over and over. When you were listening to that song, even if you didn't realize it, you gave it your full attention and focused your thoughts on it. By doing that, you attracted more thoughts about that song, and the law of attraction took over, making that song repeat in your mind again and again. Our main job as human beings is to focus on the thoughts of what we want. We need to make it absolutely clear in our minds what it is that we desire. When we do this, we start to activate one of the greatest laws in the universe, the law of attraction. You become what you think about the most, but you also attract what you think about the most. Your life right now is a reflection of your past thoughts. That includes all the wonderful things as well as the things you might not be so happy about. Since you attract into your life what you think about the most, it's easy to see what your dominant thoughts have been on every aspect of your life, because that's what you've experienced so far. If you can focus your mind on what you want and make that your dominant thought, you will bring it into your life. This principle can be summed up in just 3 simple words. Thoughts become things. Through this powerful law, your thoughts turn into the things you experience in your life. Your thoughts become reality. Repeat this to yourself and let it sink in. Your thoughts become things. What many people don't realize is that a thought carries a frequency. We can actually measure the frequency of a thought. So if you keep thinking the same thought over and over, or if you're imagining something specific like having a new car, making the money you need, building a business, or finding your soulmate, you're constantly emitting that frequency into the universe. Thoughts are magnetic, and they have a frequency. When you think, those thoughts are sent out into the universe, and they magnetically attract things that are on the same frequency. Everything you send out comes back to you, and the source of that attraction is you. Think of it this way. A television station's transmission tower broadcasts signals on a frequency, which are then turned into pictures on your TV screen. Most of us don't fully understand how this works, but we know that each channel has a different frequency. When you tune in to a specific frequency, you see the pictures that correspond to that channel. If you want to see something different on your TV, you change the channel, which tunes you in to a new frequency. Now imagine that you are like a human transmission tower, but much more powerful than any TV tower ever built. You are the most powerful transmission tower in the universe. Your thoughts are what create your life. They are the broadcast that creates the world around you. The frequency you send out with your thoughts reaches beyond cities, beyond countries, and even beyond the world itself. It vibrates throughout the entire universe. The images you receive from the transmission of your thoughts don't appear on a television screen in your living room. They appear as the pictures of your life. Your thoughts create the frequency. They attract things on that frequency. And then those things are reflected back to you as the events and experiences of your life. If you want to change anything in your life, you need to change the channel by changing your thoughts. The vibrations of mental energy are the finest and therefore the most powerful force in existence. Imagine yourself living a life filled with abundance, and you will start to attract it into your life. This is a universal truth that works every single time, for every single person. When you think about yourself living in abundance, you are actively and consciously shaping your life through the law of attraction. It's really that simple. But then the big question is, why isn't everyone living their dream life? Here's where the problem lies. Most people spend their time thinking about what they don't want, and then they wonder why those unwanted things keep showing up again and again in their lives. The only reason people don't have what they truly desire is that they focus more on what they don't want than on what they do want. Take a moment to really listen to your thoughts and pay attention to the words you say. The law is absolute, and it never makes mistakes. There's a serious issue that's been affecting humanity for centuries, and it's worse than any disease. It's the don't want epidemic. People keep this problem alive by constantly thinking, speaking, and acting on the things they don't want. But we are the generation that has the power to change history because we're gaining the knowledge that can set us free from this epidemic. The change begins with you, and you can become a leader in this new way of thinking by simply focusing on what you want instead of what you don't want. The law of attraction doesn't care whether you think something is good or bad, or whether you want it or don't want it. It simply responds to your thoughts. So, if you're sitting there looking at a pile of debt and you're feeling terrible about it, that's the signal you're sending out into the universe. I feel really bad because of all this debt. By doing that, you're just reinforcing it in your own mind. You feel the weight of it in every part of your being, and that's exactly what you'll attract more of. The law of attraction is like a force of nature. It's impersonal and doesn't judge whether something is good or bad. It simply picks up on your thoughts and reflects them back to you in your life experiences. Whatever you're thinking about, the law of attraction will bring more of that into your life. When you focus on the things you want with all your heart, and you put all your intention into them, the law of attraction will deliver what you want every single time. The law of attraction isn't biased. It doesn't differentiate between wants and don't wants. When you focus your thoughts on something you truly desire and keep that focus strong, in that moment, you are calling forth what you want with the most powerful force in the universe. The law of attraction doesn't understand words like don't, not, or no. When you use these words of negation, the law of attraction only focuses on the subject of your thoughts, ignoring the negative part. So here's what happens when you say things like, I don't want to spill something on this outfit. The law of attraction hears, I want to spill something on this outfit, and I want to spill even more things. I don't want a bad haircut. The law of attraction hears, I want bad haircuts. I don't want to be delayed. The law of attraction hears, I want delays. I don't want that person to be rude to me. The law of attraction hears, I want that person and more people to be rude to me. I don't want the restaurant to give away our table. The law of attraction hears, I want restaurants to give away our tables. I don't want these shoes to hurt. The law of attraction hears, I want these shoes to hurt. I can't handle all this work. The law of attraction hears, I want more work than I can handle. I don't want to catch the flu. The law of attraction hears, I want the flu and I want to catch more things. I don't want to argue. The law of attraction hears, I want more arguments. Don't speak to me like that. The law of attraction hears, I want you to speak to me like that, and I want others to speak to me like that too. The law of attraction is always at work, whether you believe in it or understand it. It's the law of creation itself. Quantum physicists tell us that the entire universe came into being through thought. You create your life through your thoughts and the law of attraction, just like everyone else does. It's not something that only works if you're aware of it. It has always been working in your life and in the lives of every person throughout history. Once you become aware of this powerful law, you start to realize just how powerful you are because you have the ability to think your life into existence. We are thinking most of the time, whether we realize it or not. When you're talking or listening to someone, you're thinking. When you're reading the newspaper or watching television, you're thinking. When you recall memories or imagine the future, you're thinking. Even when you're driving or getting ready in the morning, you're thinking. For most of us, the only time we're not actively thinking is when we're asleep. But even then, the law of attraction is still working on the last thoughts we had before we drifted off to sleep. That's why it's so important to make sure your last thoughts before bed are positive and good. Creation is happening all the time. Every time you have a thought or a consistent pattern of thinking, you're in the process of creating something. Whatever you're thinking about now is shaping your future. You're always thinking, and that means you're always creating. What you focus on the most will eventually show up in your life. Just like all the laws of nature, this law works with perfect accuracy. You create your life. Whatever you put out into the world, you get back. Your thoughts are like seeds, and the kind of harvest you get depends on the seeds you plant. If you're constantly complaining, the law of attraction will bring more situations into your life for you to complain about. If you listen to others complain and agree with them, you're attracting even more things to complain about into your own life. The law simply reflects and gives back to you exactly what you're focusing on with your thoughts. The thoughts you hold in your mind, whether you realize it or not, are what you end up attracting into your life. It doesn't matter if these thoughts are something you're fully aware of, or if they're buried deep in your subconscious. They still shape your reality. That's where the challenge lies. Whether you've been paying attention to your thoughts up until now or not, the important thing is that you're starting to become aware. Right now, with the knowledge of the secret, it's like waking up from a long sleep. You're becoming aware of this powerful knowledge, aware of the universal law at play, and aware of the incredible power you have simply through your thoughts. If you take a close look at how the secret works and the power of your mind and intentions in everyday life, you'll see it's everywhere around you. All you need to do is open your eyes and really look. You can spot the law of attraction in every part of your life. Everything you have, whether it's the people you're surrounded by, your job, your circumstances, your health, your wealth, your debts, your happiness, even the car you drive or the community you live in, has been drawn to you like a magnet. The simple truth is, what you think about, you bring about. Your life is like a physical reflection of the thoughts that dominate your mind. This universe is all about inclusion, not exclusion. The law of attraction doesn't leave anything out. Your life mirrors the main thoughts you focus on. Every living thing on this planet is influenced by the law of attraction. The difference with humans is that we have the ability to choose our thoughts. We have the free will to decide what we want to think about, and through our thoughts, we have the power to intentionally create the life we want. Quantum physics suggests that the mind is actually a key player in shaping what we perceive as reality. It's not just the physical world acting on its own, the mind has a hand in forming it. Imagine you're the most powerful broadcasting tower in the universe. The thoughts you think send out signals, and those signals come back to you as the experiences in your life. Not only do your thoughts create your own life, but they also contribute significantly to the creation of the world around you. If you've ever felt like you don't have much power or significance in this world, think again. Your mind is actively shaping the world you see. Over the last 80 years, the work and discoveries made by quantum physicists have deepened our understanding of the incredible power the human mind has to create. Their findings align with the teachings of some of the greatest minds in history, like Carnegie, Emerson, Shakespeare, Bacon, Krishna, Mary, and Buddha. Just because you don't fully understand something doesn't mean you should dismiss it. Take electricity, for example. You probably don't understand exactly how it works, but you still use it every day to enjoy its benefits. I might not know all the details of how it works, but I do know this. Electricity can cook a man's dinner, and it can also cook the man himself. When people first start learning about the secret, they often get scared of their negative thoughts. But here's the good news. It's been scientifically proven that positive thoughts are hundreds of times more powerful than negative ones, so that should ease some of your worries right away. It takes a lot of persistent negative thinking to actually bring something negative into your life. However, if you keep feeding those negative thoughts over a long period, they will eventually show up in your life. If you spend time worrying about your negative thoughts, you'll just attract more worry and amplify those negative thoughts. Instead, make a decision right now to focus only on positive, good thoughts. Declare to the universe that your positive thoughts are extremely powerful and that any negative thoughts are weak and insignificant. Thank goodness there's a time delay in life, so all your thoughts don't instantly come true. Just imagine the chaos if every thought you had suddenly became reality. This delay is actually a gift. It gives you a chance to pause, rethink, and make better choices about what you really want. The power to shape your life is always in the present moment because right now is when you're thinking. If you've had thoughts that might not serve you well if they came true, you have the power to change them right now. You can wipe away those old thoughts by replacing them with positive ones. Time is on your side because it allows you to shift your thinking and send out a new, better frequency into the universe. It's important to choose your thoughts carefully and have fun while doing it because you are the artist of your own life. You are like Michelangelo, and the masterpiece you're sculpting is you. One effective way to take control of your mind is to practice quieting it. Without exception, every teacher featured in this book includes meditation as a daily habit. It wasn't until I learned about the secret that I truly understood just how powerful meditation can be. It calms your mind, helps you manage your thoughts, and rejuvenates your body. The best part? You don't need to meditate for hours. A simple 10 minutes a day can work wonders in helping you gain control over your thoughts. To become more aware of your thoughts, you can also set a clear intention. I am the master of my thoughts. Say this often, meditate on it, and as you hold on to this intention, the law of attraction will make it your reality. You now have the knowledge to create the best version of yourself. That potential already exists on the frequency of the most magnificent version of you. All you need to do is decide what you want to be, do, and have. Think the thoughts of that vision, emit the frequency, and soon enough, that vision will become your life. The big secret of life is the law of attraction. The law of attraction works by the principle of like attracts like. This means that whenever you think a thought, you're also attracting similar thoughts back to you. Thoughts are powerful. They have a frequency. As you think, your thoughts are sent out into the universe, and they attract everything that resonates with that frequency back to you. Everything you send out returns to its source, which is you. Think of yourself as a human transmission tower, constantly broadcasting your thoughts. If you want to change something in your life, all you need to do is change the frequency by changing your thoughts. The thoughts you're having right now are creating your future life. Whatever you focus on the most will eventually show up in your life. Your thoughts turn into things. Now, we live in a world that operates under certain laws, much like the law of gravity. Gravity doesn't care if you're a good person or a bad person. If you step off a building, you're going to fall to the ground. The law of attraction works the same way. It's a natural law that is completely impartial and doesn't show any favoritism. It is just as precise and reliable as gravity. Everything in your life right now, including the things you're unhappy with, has been attracted by you. I know this might be hard to accept at first. You might be thinking, I didn't attract that car accident. I didn't attract that difficult client. I didn't attract this debt. But here's the truth. You did attract it. I know it's not easy to hear, and it can be one of the toughest ideas to grasp. But once you understand it and accept it, it can change your life in incredible ways. When people first hear about the law of attraction, they often think about terrible events in history where many lives were lost. It's hard to imagine that so many people could have attracted themselves to such events. But by the law of attraction, they had to be on the same frequency as the event. This doesn't mean they consciously thought about that specific event happening, but their thoughts were on the same wavelength as the event. If people believe that they can be in the wrong place at the wrong time and have no control over what happens to them, those persistent thoughts of fear, separation, and powerlessness can actually draw them into those situations. Right now, you have a choice. Do you want to believe that life is just random? That bad things can happen to you at any time and that you have no control? Or would you rather believe and know that your life is in your hands and that only good things will come to you because of the way you think? The choice is yours, and whatever you decide to think will shape your life experience. Nothing can come into your life unless you invite it with persistent thoughts. Most of us attract things by default. We often think we don't have any control over what happens. Our thoughts and feelings run on autopilot, so things just seem to happen to us without our choosing. No one would ever intentionally bring unwanted things into their life. Without knowing about the secret, it's easy to see how some negative things might show up in your life or in others' lives. It all comes down to not being aware of how powerful our thoughts truly are in creating our reality. If this is your first time hearing about this, you might be thinking, wow, now I have to keep track of every single thought I have. This sounds exhausting. At first, it might seem like a lot of work, but here's the good news. This is where the fun starts. There are many shortcuts to mastering the secret, and you can choose the ones that work best for you. Just keep following along, and you'll learn how to do it. It's impossible to keep track of every thought we have. Experts say we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. Imagine how worn out you'd be trying to control each one. Luckily, there's an easier way to manage this, and it's through your feelings. Your feelings are like a guide, letting you know what you're thinking. Feelings are incredibly important because they help you create your life. Your thoughts are the main cause of everything that happens to you. Everything you see, experience, and feel in the world is just an effect. The root cause is always your thoughts. Emotions are like a built-in guide that helps us understand what we're attracting into our lives. Your feelings give you a quick snapshot of what's going on in your mind. For instance, think about a time when you suddenly felt a sinking feeling, maybe after hearing some bad news. That immediate drop in your mood, the sensation in your stomach, is your body's way of signaling what you're thinking. It's important to pay attention to your emotions and connect with them because they offer the quickest way to know what's happening in your mind. By being aware of your feelings, you can better understand your thoughts. You experience both positive and negative feelings, and you can easily tell them apart because one type makes you feel good, while the other makes you feel bad. Feelings like depression, guilt, resentment, and anger are the ones that leave you feeling disempowered. These are the negative emotions. No one else can tell you how you're feeling. You're the only one who knows what's going on inside. If you're ever unsure, just pause and ask yourself how you're feeling. Make it a habit to check in with yourself throughout the day, and you'll become more aware of your emotions. The key thing to understand is that it's impossible to feel bad and have positive thoughts at the same time. It just doesn't work that way. Your thoughts are what create your feelings. So if you're feeling bad, It's because you're thinking thoughts that make you feel that way. Your thoughts set the tone for what you attract, and your feelings immediately reflect that tone. When you're feeling down, you're tuned into a frequency that brings more negativity your way. The law of attraction responds by sending more experiences and situations that match those bad feelings. If you continue to feel bad without making an effort to change your thoughts, it's like you're saying, "Bring me more things that will make me feel worse." On the flip side, you also have positive emotions, feelings that make you feel good, and you know when they hit because they lift your spirit. Emotions like excitement, joy, gratitude, and love are what we all strive to feel more often. Imagine how wonderful it would be to experience these positive feelings every single day. When you focus on and celebrate these good emotions, you attract even more of them and the things that make you feel good. It's really that simple. The answer to what you're attracting lies in how you're feeling. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? It's impossible to feel good and have negative thoughts at the same time. If you're feeling good, it's because your thoughts are in a positive place. The truth is, you can have anything you want in life. There are no limits. But here's the catch. You have to feel good. And when you think about it, isn't feeling good what we all really want? The law of attraction works perfectly every time. When you're feeling good, it means you're on the right path toward creating the future you want. But if you're feeling bad, it indicates that you're heading off course from your desires. As you go about your day, the law of attraction is constantly at work. Every thought you have and every emotion you feel is shaping your future. If you find yourself worrying or feeling fearful, those emotions will only bring more of that negativity into your life. So, it's crucial to recognize when you're feeling good because it means you're thinking positive thoughts. When you're in this state, you're sending out a strong, positive frequency that attracts more good things into your life. Make the most of these moments when you feel good. Really savor them. By doing so, you're reinforcing the attraction of more positive experiences. Imagine that your feelings are like messages from the universe, giving you feedback on what you're thinking. Your emotions act as a kind of communication system, letting you know whether you're on the right path or not. Remember, your thoughts are the starting point of everything. When you hold a thought, it's immediately sent out into the universe. That thought connects with a certain frequency of energy, and within seconds, the universe sends back a signal to you in the form of your feelings. In other words, your emotions are the universe's way of telling you what kind of energy or frequency you're currently operating on. If you're feeling good, it's a sign from the universe that you're thinking positive thoughts. Conversely, if you're feeling bad, it's the universe telling you that your thoughts are negative. When you feel bad, it's as if the universe is sending you a warning message. Alert! Change your thoughts now. You're on a negative frequency. Change your frequency before this negative energy manifests into reality. So, the next time you feel any negative emotion, pay attention to the signal the universe is sending you. In that moment, you're blocking the positive things from coming into your life because you're tuned into a negative frequency. Shift your thoughts to something positive. As soon as you start feeling better, you'll know that you've changed your frequency, and the universe will confirm this by sending you better feelings. The feelings you have directly impact what you attract into your life. It's not just about what you're thinking, but more about what you're feeling. That's why if someone stubs their toe first thing in the morning and gets upset, they might find that the rest of the day just keeps getting worse. They don't realize that simply shifting their emotions could turn their whole day and even their life around. If you start your day in a good mood and manage to maintain that positive feeling, you're going to keep attracting more things that match that happy mood. The law of attraction will continue to bring you situations, people, and circumstances that keep you feeling good. We've all had those days when it seems like everything is going wrong. Usually it all started with just one negative thought, even if you didn't notice it at the time. That one bad thought attracted more negative thoughts, locking you into a negative frequency. Eventually something bad happened, and as you reacted negatively to it, more bad things followed. This cycle will continue until you consciously decide to change your thoughts. By shifting your thoughts to focus on what you want, you'll start to feel better, which is the universe's way of telling you that you've changed your frequency. The law of attraction will then take that new positive frequency and bring it back to you in the form of positive experiences. Now, here's how you can use your feelings to supercharge your desires and bring more of what you want into your life. You can intentionally use your emotions to amplify the energy you're sending out. For example, as Michael Bernard Beckwith suggests, you can start feeling healthy, prosperous, and loved right now, even if those things aren't currently in your life. When you do this, the universe responds to the energy you're putting out, and it starts to bring those things into your reality. So, take a moment to think about how you're feeling right now. If you're not feeling as good as you'd like, focus on your emotions and intentionally lift them. One way to do this is by closing your eyes, blocking out distractions, and smiling for just 1 minute. This simple act can help elevate your feelings and shift your frequency to attract more positivity into your life. Your thoughts and feelings are the building blocks of your life. This is an unchanging truth. Just as the law of gravity consistently holds things to the ground, the law of attraction is always at work. You'll never see pigs flying because gravity made a mistake and forgot to pull them down. Similarly, there are no exceptions to the law of attraction. If something comes into your life, it's because you attracted it through consistent thoughts. The law of attraction is precise and unfailing. While it may be tough to accept, once you open yourself up to this concept, the possibilities are endless. It means that anything your thoughts have created in your life can be undone with a change in your awareness. You have the power to change anything because you control your thoughts and your feelings. As Winston Churchill once said, you create your own universe as you go along. It's incredibly important that you feel good because those positive feelings are like a beacon, sending out a signal to the universe. This signal attracts more of the same energy back to you. So, the better you feel, the more you'll attract situations, people, and experiences that keep lifting you higher and higher. When you're feeling down, do you realize that you can change your mood in an instant? You can simply put on a beautiful piece of music, start singing along, and watch your emotions shift. Or think about something that brings you joy, like a baby you love, and focus on that image. Block out everything else and keep that positive thought in your mind. I guarantee that you'll start to feel better. To help with this, make a list of what I call secret shifters. These are things that can quickly change how you're feeling. It could be a memory that makes you smile, an event you're looking forward to, a funny moment, the beauty of nature, someone you care about, or your favorite music. The next time you're feeling angry, frustrated, or just not great, pull out your secret shifters list and focus on one of those things. Different shifters will work better at different times, so if one doesn't do the trick, try another. It only takes a minute or two of shifting your focus to change how you feel and, in turn, change your energy. Love is the greatest emotion you can feel. Take, for example, the love you have for your family pet. Pets are wonderful because they naturally put you in a great emotional state. When you feel love for your pet, you're experiencing a powerful state of love that attracts more good things into your life. This is a beautiful gift. It's the combination of your thoughts and the love you feel that creates the irresistible force behind the law of attraction. There is no power in the universe greater than the power of love. The feeling of love is the highest frequency you can emit. If you could wrap every thought in love, if you could love everything and everyone around you, your life would undergo a dramatic transformation. In fact, many of the greatest thinkers from the past referred to the law of attraction as the law of love. And when you think about it, this makes perfect sense. If you think unkind thoughts about someone, those negative thoughts will come back to affect you, not them. You can't harm others with your thoughts, you only harm yourself. But if you think loving thoughts, you benefit from those thoughts. When love is your dominant feeling, the law of attraction, or the law of love, responds with its greatest power because you are operating on the highest possible frequency. The more love you feel and express, the more powerful you become. The principle that gives thought its dynamic power to bring about the things you desire and to overcome any negative experience is the law of attraction, which is really another name for love. This principle is eternal and fundamental, existing in all things, in every system of philosophy, every religion, and every science. You can't escape the law of love. It's the feeling behind your thoughts that gives them life. Feeling is desire, and desire is love. When a thought is infused with love, it becomes unstoppable. Once you start to truly understand and master your thoughts and feelings, that's when you begin to see how you create your own reality. This is where your freedom lies. This is where all your power is. There is a wonderful quote from the great Albert Einstein. Einstein once said, "The most important question any human being can ask themselves is this a friendly universe?" Knowing the law of attraction, the only answer to that question is yes, the universe is friendly. Why? Because when you answer yes by the law of attraction, you'll experience that reality. Einstein asked this powerful question because he understood the secret. He knew that by asking it, we would be prompted to think and make a choice. He gave us a great gift just by posing the question. To take Einstein's idea even further, you can affirm and declare, "This is a magnificent universe. The universe is bringing all good things to me. The universe is working in my favor in everything. The universe is supporting me in all that I do. The universe meets all my needs immediately." Understand and trust that this is a friendly universe. Life can be truly amazing, and it's meant to be that way for you. When you start using the principles of the secret, you'll see just how phenomenal life can be. This is your life, and it has always been waiting for you to discover its full potential. Up until now, you might have thought that life is difficult and full of struggles. Because of the law of attraction, thinking this way has likely made life feel hard and challenging for you, but you can change that starting right now. Begin by declaring to the universe, "Life is easy, life is good, all good things come to me." There is a truth deep within you that has been waiting for you to uncover it. This truth is simple but powerful. You deserve all the good things that life has to offer. You know this instinctively because when you experience a lack of good things, it makes you feel bad. This feeling of discomfort is a sign that you are not living in alignment with your true nature. The truth is, all good things are your birthright. You are the creator of your own life, and the law of attraction is your powerful tool to bring whatever you desire into your reality. Embrace the magic of life and the magnificence of who you truly are. The law of attraction is a fundamental law of nature, just like the law of gravity. It works impartially and consistently, no matter who you are or what your circumstances might be. Nothing can come into your life unless you attract it through your persistent thoughts. To understand what you're thinking, pay attention to how you're feeling. Emotions are valuable tools because they give you immediate feedback on your thoughts. If you're feeling bad, it's impossible to be having good thoughts at the same time. Your thoughts set the frequency you're on, and your feelings let you know exactly what frequency that is. When you feel bad, you're on the frequency that attracts more negative things into your life. But when you feel good, you're on the frequency that attracts more positive things. You can use secret shifters like pleasant memories, nature, or your favorite music to change your feelings and shift your frequency in an instant. Love is the highest frequency you can emit. The more love you feel and express, the greater the power you harness to create the life you desire. You are a creator of your life, and there's a simple way to create what you want using the law of attraction. The greatest teachers and spiritual leaders have shown us this creative process in many forms through their incredible work. Some of these teachers use stories to explain how the universe works. These stories, passed down through generations, carry deep wisdom. But many people today don't realize that these ancient tales hold the very truth about how life works. Think about the story of Aladdin and his magic lamp. You've probably heard it before. Aladdin finds the lamp, rubs it, and out comes a genie. The genie always says the same thing: "Your wish is my command." If you look back at the origins of this story, you'll see that there's no limit to the wishes Aladdin can make. Now imagine this story is about you and your life. In this metaphor, you're Aladdin and the universe is the genie. Different traditions call it by many names: your guardian angel, your higher self, or something else that resonates with you. But every tradition tells us that there's something greater than us, and it's always ready to respond to our wishes with, "Your wish is my command." This story shows us that everything in your life has been created by you. The genie, or the law of attraction, has simply responded to your every thought, word, and action. The genie assumes that whatever you think about is what you want, whatever you talk about is what you want, and whatever you act on is what you want. You are the master of your universe, and the genie is here to serve you. It never questions your commands. The moment you think something, the genie starts arranging the universe through people, situations, and events to make your wish come true. Now let's go the creative process. The creative process is a simple guideline taken from the New Testament in the Bible. It shows you how to create what you want in just 3 easy steps. Step 1. Ask. The first step is to ask. Make your request known to the universe. Tell the universe exactly what you want. The universe responds to your thoughts. Think about what you really want. Take some time to sit down and write it out on paper. Write it in the present tense, as if you already have it. You might start by writing, "I am so happy and grateful now that," and then describe how you want your life to be in every area. You have the power to choose what you want, but you need to be clear about it. This is your job. If you're not clear, the law of attraction can't bring you what you want because you'll be sending out mixed signals, leading to mixed results. For the first time, take a moment to figure out what you truly want. Now that you know you can have, be, or do anything without limits, what is it that you desire? Asking is the first and essential step in the creative process, so make it a habit to ask. If you ever find yourself unsure about which direction to take, just ask. You don't need to be stuck or confused about anything in your life. Just ask. This process is a lot of fun. Imagine that the universe is like a catalogue, and you get to flip through it, picking out experiences, things, and people that you want in your life. It's really that simple. You're just placing your order with the universe. You don't have to keep asking over and over. Just ask once. It's like ordering from a catalogue. You don't place your order, then reorder it repeatedly. You ask once and let it happen. The same goes for the creative process. Step 1 is all about getting clear on what you want and making that clear to the universe. Step 2, believe. Step 2 is all about believing. You need to believe with all your heart that what you want is already yours. I like to call it having unwavering faith, believing in things that you can't see yet. You must have the confidence that the moment you ask for something, it's already on its way to you. Just like when you order something from a catalogue, you trust that it will arrive. You don't stress about it. You just know it's coming and go on with your day. You need to see the things you desire as already yours. Trust that they will come to you at the right time. Don't worry about not having them now. Instead, focus on the idea that they are already in your possession. When you ask for something and truly believe it's already yours, the entire universe shifts to make it happen. You need to act, speak, and think as if you are receiving it right now. Why? Because the universe is like a mirror. It reflects your most dominant thoughts back to you. So if you see yourself as already having what you want, the universe will mirror that back to you. But if you keep thinking about how you don't have it yet, you will keep attracting that lack. You must believe that you already have it. You must believe that you have received it. You need to send out the feeling that you already possess what you desire. When you do this, The law of attraction will move all the right circumstances, people, and events into place to make it yours. When you book a vacation, buy a new car, or purchase a house, you know those things are yours. You wouldn't go out and book another vacation for the same dates or buy another car or house at the same time. Even if you won the lottery or received a big inheritance, you would feel confident that the money is yours, even before you physically have it. That's the feeling you need to have, the belief that it's already yours. When you claim what you want by feeling and believing that it's already yours, the law of attraction will start moving everything into place so you can receive it. So how do you reach this point of truly believing? Start by pretending. Play make-believe like a child does. Act as if you already have what you want. As you keep pretending, you'll begin to genuinely believe that you have received it. The universe is always responding to your most dominant thoughts, not just the moment you ask for something. That's why, after asking, you must continue to believe and have faith. Your belief in having what you want, your unwavering faith, is your most powerful tool. When you believe that you are receiving, be ready for the magic to begin. You can have anything you desire if you know how to shape it in your mind. There is no dream too big if you learn how to use the creative force within you. The methods that work for one person will work for everyone. The universe will start to rearrange itself to make your desires happen. Many of us have never truly allowed ourselves to want what we deeply desire because we can't see how it's going to happen. If you look at anyone who has ever accomplished anything, you'll see that they didn't know how it was going to happen. They just knew they were going to do it. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You don't need to know how the universe will organize itself to bring it to you. Figuring out the how isn't your job. When you try to figure out how it will happen, you're sending out a signal that you don't have faith, that you don't believe it's already yours. You start thinking that you need to make it happen yourself, instead of trusting the universe to do it for you. But the how isn't your responsibility in the creative process. You may not know how it's going to happen, but that will be shown to you. You will attract the way. Now, when we don't see the results we're hoping for, it's easy to get frustrated, disappointed, and start doubting. This doubt can lead to even more disappointment, but it's important to recognize these feelings and replace them with unwavering faith, a deep, unshakable belief that what you desire will come to you. This kind of faith is powerful because it helps you stay focused on the positive outcomes you want. Step 3. Receive. The third and final step in the process is to receive. This means you should start feeling the happiness and excitement of already having what you want. Imagine how wonderful it will feel when your desires become reality, and let yourself experience those emotions now. Feeling good and being happy are crucial in this process, because when you're feeling good, you're in tune with the positive energy that attracts what you want into your life. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts, but also about feeling good inside. When your feelings are aligned with your desires, you're on the same frequency as the things you want, making it easier for them to come to you. The universe responds to your feelings. So, if you only believe something intellectually without feeling it deeply, you might not have enough power to manifest your desires. You have to genuinely feel that your wish is coming true. Once you've asked for what you want and believed it will happen, all you need to do is maintain those good feelings to receive it. When you're feeling good, you're in the right state of mind to receive everything you've asked for. Think about it. Would you ask for something if you didn't think it would make you happy? So focus on feeling good now, and you'll be ready to receive the good things that are coming your way. One quick way to get yourself on that positive frequency is to say, I am receiving now. I am receiving all the good in my life now, and really feel it. Imagine that everything you want is already yours, and feel the joy and gratitude that comes with it. Now, once you turn your dreams into reality, you're in a position to create even bigger and better dreams. That's the essence of the creative process, continuously building on your successes. As the Bible says in Matthew 21:22, whatever you ask for in prayer, believing, you will receive. And in Mark 11:4, it's written, whatever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. These verses highlight the importance of believing in what you ask for. It's all about figuring out what helps you feel like you already have what you want. Maybe it's taking a test drive in that car you want, shopping for your dream home, or just imagining yourself already living the life you desire. The more you can feel like you already have it, the more likely you are to attract it. When you reach the point where you feel like your dreams are already real, and the feeling is so strong that it seems like you already have what you want, you're truly believing that you have received it. And when you believe that strongly, you will receive it. One day you might wake up and find that what you wanted has simply appeared in your life. Or you might get a sudden idea to take a certain action. But remember, you shouldn't be thinking, I could do this, but I really don't want to. Because that's a sign you're not on the right path. Taking action is sometimes necessary, but when it's the right action, it will feel joyful and exciting. You'll feel so energized that time will fly by. There's a difference between just taking action and taking inspired action. Inspired action doesn't feel like work. It feels effortless and enjoyable because it's aligned with the universe's plan for you. Imagine life as a fast-moving river. When you're trying to force something to happen, it's like swimming against the current. It's hard and exhausting. But when you're acting in harmony with the universe, it's like flowing with the river's current. It feels easy and natural. That's the feeling of inspired action, of being in tune with the universe and the flow of life. Sometimes, you might not even realize you've taken action until after you've received what you wanted, because it felt so natural and effortless. When you look back, you'll see how the universe guided you to exactly what you wanted and how it brought your desires to you. The universe works quickly and loves when you act fast. When you feel that sudden urge or instinct to do something, don't hesitate, overthink, or doubt yourself. Just act. That's your responsibility, and it's really all you need to do. Trust your gut feelings because that's the universe guiding you. These instincts are the universe's way of communicating with you, telling you that you're on the right track to receive what you've asked for. So whenever you feel that inner nudge, follow it, and you'll see how the universe starts moving things around to bring your desires to you. You'll attract everything you need to make your dreams come true. Whether it's money, people, or even a specific book, it will come to you. Pay close attention to what catches your interest or draws you in because those things are connected to what you want. As you focus on what you desire, you become a magnet for those things, and they are drawn to you in return. This process happens naturally, almost like magic, but it's actually a law, the law of attraction at work. Think of yourself as a magnet, pulling everything you want towards you. The law of attraction states that similar things are drawn to each other. Once you've made up your mind about what you truly want, you become a powerful magnet, and those desires start coming toward you. The more you practice this and see it happening, the stronger your belief will grow. And with that belief, your magnetism becomes even more powerful, making it easier to attract even bigger and better things into your life. You can start from nothing, and from that nothing, something amazing can be created. All you need is your mind and your ability to think. Every single invention or creation in history started with just one thought. From that thought, a path was created, and what was once invisible or just an idea became something real and tangible. Imagine driving a car at night. Your headlights only let you see 100 to 200 feet ahead, but you can still drive from one side of the country to the other, only seeing a little bit of the road at a time. That's how life unfolds. You only need to see and focus on the next small step in front of you. As you move forward, the next part of the journey will reveal itself. And before you know it, you'll reach your destination, even if it seemed impossible at first. This is how you achieve your dreams. by trusting that each step you take will bring you closer to what you want, even if you can't see the whole picture right now. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." This means that you don't need to know every detail of how things will happen. Just start with the first step, have faith, and trust that the next step will appear when you need it. This is how you move forward in life and make your dreams come true. Thank you for listening.